love, community, family is so important. Getting support from your loved ones, getting support from your actual family, getting support from your chosen family. So I love that scene was as moving to you, because it is the heart of the film in some ways, that idea and that message.
Ladies and gentlemen, greetings to you all. My name is Willy Wonka.
Well, I would like to start by saying that I love how Willy Wonka is written in this movie, because we know from the book and the film adaptations that he's a very mysterious man and he's cynical and sarcastic, but in these movies he is charismatic and warm, full of joy and hope, and it's quite the opposite of what we have always known about the character. So my question is, was this the only way to portray this character and separate the idea of Willy Wonka that we have known for so long?
Well, I think that's a really good question, and we were interested in sort of diving into the character, and like you say, he's this sort of he's quite cynical and sort of mysterious in the books, and you really don't quite know who he is. There's a lot of stories about him, but you're not quite sure what this character is. Is he sort of here to punish the wicked children, or is he a recluse? He's very unknowable. But then right at the end of the story, he does this extraordinary act of generosity, and it turns out what he's done is invite these 5 children in to find one of them to give over his life's work. And we were really struck by that, and I think it's one of the reasons you love Willy Wonka so much, that he's strange and eccentric and unknowable, and then when you get to the heart of him, like the heart of his chocolate, as it were, you discover that there's absolute joy and love at the heart of him, and I think that's what's so enduring about the character. And we were really interested in taking that essence and see the true essence of Willy Wonka and seeing where that started 25 years ago when the events of our story are set. So before he's retreated behind the high walls of the chocolate factory and become this sort of strange recluse. And we were interested in taking that kind of generous, open spirit and seeing what he would be like when he was a penniless immigrant to a new world, and hoping for the best and thinking the world will be warm and welcoming, but discovering that it's a bit more of a Roald Dahl creation, peopled with some slightly ghastly villains.
Not sell chocolate in this town! You're gonna get more than a bonk on the head. I love a bonk on the head. What is with me today?
I would like to start by saying, Timothy, that this movie is full of beautiful moments, but for me at least, the flamingo scene when Wonka explains that they need someone or something to lead them to begin their journey, I think is the core of the whole story, because that means that we all need or have someone who lead us to complete or fulfill our dreams. And I think that it's a beautiful message in this movie. But I would like to know, what do you think about that, or what do you think is the core message in this movie?
I think it's exactly like you just said. You just gave me goosebumps, because I love that scene too, and it is sort of the heart of the movie. That love, community, family is so important. Getting support from your loved ones, getting support from your actual family, getting support from your chosen family. So I love that scene was as moving to you, because it is the heart of the film in some ways, that idea and that message.
Prepare to be amazed.
Tape up.
Olivia, I think that your character or the chief of police are very interesting, because they are not like the face of evil in this movie. I don't know how to say that.
You describe it as misunderstood.
Yeah, because the face of evil in this movie is like the chocolate cartel and all of their money. I think that they are ordinary people that represent how corruption affects them, and maybe convert them into people capable of horrible things like slavery, for example. And I don't know if that makes sense to you, or what do you think about that idea?
Yes, I can see the difference between the cartel evil and the laundry evil. The laundry evil, I mean, it's hard to ever excuse evil, isn't it? But possibly the lack of money has propelled them to do something cruel. But it is really cruel. She takes, she has,
I feel like
it's human slavery, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like the chocolate cartel, their type of evil is they have money, but they want more, and they want more, and they want more, and so they'll do anything just to get money.
Yeah.
That's basically all they
But
care
then
about.
Mrs. Scrubbit does
She loves
use
money.
you as a thing.
Oh, yeah,
which
well,
is,
yeah. Yeah, that's not nice.
It's not nice.
Yeah.
But then I wonder if maybe if she'd had love as a child, she'd be a nicer person.
Yeah, I'd feel that, yeah.
Although you're a lovely person, you know, Noodle, and you didn't have love as a child.
Yeah.
But you did your mother's love intrinsically.
yes.
There. Oh. We're working it all out now.
Yeah, we're like...
Yeah.
Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it, that dynamic is in this story, but I do think it's very how shall I say, Dalian, it like Roald Dahl. There's always a dark undercurrent to his stories. Like you see it in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, you see it in James and the Giant Peach, and you definitely see it. I think Paul King, who directed the film and co-wrote the script, he brings that aspect to this script as well, and it's really important. It helps keep us in that universe. That the foibles of regular people is that they can be swayed by the powers that be, and that is one of the themes in the movie, which is that the greedy
beat the needy.
The greedy beat the needy. Noodle keeps on saying the greedy beat the needy, Willie, but Willie does come out triumphant in the end. But my character is a symbol of that theme in the film.
Inventor. May I present Willy Wonka's wild and wonderful wishy-washy Wonka Walker? Please don't make me say that again.
Kayla, I love how Noodle represents, in a certain way, the Willy Wonka of the future. You know, the one that we know from the book and the film adaptations, because I think that unlike Willy Wonka, she knows that people can be corrupt and mean and cruel because she has experienced that her entire life. So that's why I think she's so important in the story. She's sweet and warm, but she understands that the world is not always like that. But I would like to know, how would you describe your character?
Yeah, my character, she's just like that. She's very, very strong, I would say. She's very observant, and she knows different things. Like she knows when somebody's being fake and when somebody's being nice. Like she's timid like that because of how she was brought up and how she's an orphan and all of that. And so when Willie comes along, she finally, she's like, she has a friend now, and so she wants to go with him, and then they go on this incredible journey.
Yeah, I think she's a great character.
Good thing in this world started with a dream.
Willy Wonka is very innocent in a certain way in this movie, you know?
Yes.
He knows that evil exists in the world, but he prefers to think that there is more goodness and kindness. So do you think, as a director, as a creator, that to create fabulous things and bring joy to the world through something like a chocolate bar or a movie like this, you need to keep that innocence and that hope, at the core of the story?
Well, I think there's certainly a connection between what Willy Wonka tries to do. I think he wants to share his chocolate with the world and bring joy and entertainment in some ways into people's lives, and that's certainly what we've tried to do in this movie. We wanted to make something that could appeal to everyone, and I think there is a connection there of wanting to share something. It's really about the shared experience, and I think this movie really is I think that's its great theme. I mean, without wishing to spoil anything, towards the end of the movie, there's a moment where you realize how important it is not just to enjoy chocolate, but to share chocolate, and it's that shared communal experience of food that's so wonderful.
Yeah, it's not only the dream and pursue the dream, but the journey. And I think that's a great message. So thank you very much, Paul, for this movie and for your time. Thank you very much.
You.